Can everyone see that? This is a rather lengthy program, and we're going to move through it very quickly. And that's why that I've given you some rather copious notes that go along with this. So I don't want you to try to take notes. You already have notes. And in fact, if you want this whole program that we're about to move through, I can email it to you, the total thing. Click. Republican Party of Texas. What that is just millions of Texas voters who share a set of core conservative principles and a common philosophy about government. Click. The Republican Party of Texas organizes through primary election and convention process. The mission, to promote a conservative philosophy of government and provide infrastructure for electing those who share our conservative values. The Republican Party in Texas is structured by the Republican National Committee, a chairman and a co-chairman, and 3 members from each U.S. state, territory, and possession. That constitutes the National Committee. The Republican Party of Texas has a chairman and a vice chairman. 1 man, 1 woman from each senatorial district. And then down to the county party, a county chairman and precinct chairman. Precinct organization, precinct chairman plus volunteers. That gets it right down to the local level. It has been said, he who knows the rules. And so we have documents that govern what we do and don't do in our state. We're governed by the Texas Election Code, the Republican Party of Texas rules, Republican Party of Texas platform, county party bylaws, and the Roberts Rules of Orders. The real nature of politics. Just being right in the sense of being philosophically correct is not enough to win. Political success is determined over time by the number and the effectiveness of the activists on the given sides. Martin Blackwell said that. Abraham Lincoln said, all politics is local. And that's why it's important that we get behind, support, and work for the candidates, even on the very local level, because all politics ultimately is local. The whole state must be so well organized that every Republican voter can be brought to the polls. So divide the county, district, in small committees, ultimately precincts, and appoint each a committee. Make a perfect list of the voters and ascertain identity with certain for whom they will vote. Keep a constant watch on the doubtful voters, undecided, or what we call swing voters, and have them talked to by those in whom they have the most confidence. On election day, see that every Republican voter is brought to the polls. That's getting out the vote. What is a precinct? The smallest geographical political subdivision within a county. That's where the rubber meets the road. What role can you fulfill in your precinct? You can become a precinct chairman, and I think that we have, where's Donnie? Did you say 5 unfilled precinct chairmen?
I believe it's 5.
5. We still need 5 precinct chairmen. If you're willing to serve as a precinct chairman, see Donnie. It's not really hard to get appointed to that. We need election judges and clerks, especially in the Republican Party. We need workers at the polls come election day. This past election, Miss Shirley called me one day and said, Bill, I've got an emergency. I've got a poll out at North Hopkins without anyone to work on it. Can you go work? That's how short-handed we are. I mean, we sometimes go right to the bottom of the barrel. So you can be an election judge or clerk or a poll worker. And by the way, you can get qualified to become that sort of a worker on the internet. You can be certified. You can become a neighborhood or block captain, a block walker. I've had some experience that in July. That's not real fun, but it's real necessary sometimes. You can be a phone banker, one who works on the phone banks for a candidate. However, you want to volunteer. There's so many different things that we as individuals can do. You can't see. Do you want to move over here, or you just want to? Here's what a precinct chairman does. Now remember, the precinct is the lowest organization, and the chairman is the one to be the political leader in a precinct. Help conduct elections in your precinct. Represent your precinct on the county party executive committee. Maximize the Republican vote in your precinct. If you're a precinct chairman, there are just a number of things that you can do to get people out to vote as a Republican. How to become a precinct chairman. Now this makes it sound real complicated, but as I said before, it's not real difficult to become appointed as a precinct chairman. Just let it be known. You can run and be elected in a primary for a 2-year term, or you can be appointed to fill a vacancy. And we have vacancies, so find out what precincts are vacant, and you have to live in that precinct, and you can become a precinct chairman with all of its rights and privileges. Qualification to be a qualified voter and a resident of your precinct. It cannot be a county, state, or federal public office holder or candidate. Cannot be a Republican by primary runoff vote or oath. If you're not a precinct chairman and would like to become one, contact your county chairman. I'm getting ahead of myself. Be the political leader in your precinct. Precinct chairmen are the Republican Party's representatives in their respective precincts. When you are a precinct chairman, you are Mr. or Mrs. Republican in your precinct. These are just some ideas that you can do to turn out the votes, greet new neighbors, keep neighbors apprised of important, be ready to answer frequently asked questions. The county party and local campaigns will depend on you, period. Help conduct elections. Be an election judge. Be an alternate election judge. Be an election clerk. Be a poll watcher. Observe other elections. Representing your precinct on the county executive committee. And we have an executive committee in this county that meets at various times, but generally before this meeting starts, we have an executive committee. And that's made up by the county chairman, the precinct chairman, and any officers. What does the committee do? We eat a lot, for one thing. They serve as a primary local organization for the party, provide primary election oversight, make certain decisions about the conduct of conventions, fills vacancies on the executive committee, replaces nominees if necessary on ballot, may make special election nominations for unexpired terms, and takes other action as needed in the precinct.